We have a freeze headed our way. Luckily, it's not going to be as bad as February 2021, but it is going to get cold. There's some differences though. This is December, and that last freeze was in February. So in February, we already had tomatoes planted, peppers, some other warm season crops. We don't have any of that started yet. So while there is some risk of some of our brassicas and stuff like that being burned in the field, and of course the fruit on the strawberries being hurt, ultimately the risk is much lower than it was in February 2021, specifically because of the time of the year. And now this cloth is for frost protection, right, Uncle Alfred?
Protection. We're hoping, they're calling for us for around 20. We're hoping that we can save some of the fruit, maybe some of the blooms, some of the little green berries.
Because strawberry plants, they're extremely cold tolerant.
Oh,
but it's the fruit.
Plants will not freeze.
But it's the fruit that's fragile.
Yeah, that's what we're worried about. And what we're saving now would give us fruit in January, first part of February.
First part.
After a freeze, and you don't have it protected, it takes 21 days to produce another ripe berry. And this way we'd have a big jump on it. The lowest temperature we've had is maybe 40 degrees, and we had no cold weather on it, so it's not hard to have it all ready for this. But we do have moisture in the ground. And,
that helps a lot.
That's what's going to help. Dry cold is a lot worse on plants than
yeah. So y'all can see under this cloth, to keep the cloth off the leaves, you have the support system, and that remay is just held by or secured by sandbags. So they're going to continue. You can see there's a little fruit here. They're going to continue on covering, and hopefully we'll make it out of this storm pretty good. A lot of the research varieties have fruit on them.
Yeah.
They were planted at the same time as these.
Yeah, we planted. We came in and planted.
We got some strawberries going out for delivery this morning. It's a nice, cool morning. Hopefully the restaurant's pretty happy with them. So it's day 3 of the freeze, and we're gonna do a little walk around the farm and just see how everything is.
The greenhouse did really good.
It doesn't look like it in the camera because it is a beautiful day, but it's about 27 degrees, which is a lot cooler than we're used to. But let's check on the strawberries and see how they fared. So you can see the plants do look a little wilted. That fruit's going to have some frost damage on it, but you can already see this crown starting to come out a little bit. So would love to see those plants still standing up, but they'll come back. So these collards definitely took some damage, but they will come back. You can already see these leaves are popping up. Yeah. So all the mature leaves, they definitely took some damage, but we already see new growth coming. They're going to be good. Ultimately, a freeze hurts, especially a freeze like this where we've had basically 2 days below freezing. Not ideal, but we're going to start warming up over the next couple of days. Start uncovering the strawberries and pushing forward to spring. Yeah, that is frost damage 100%. So we're on our final day. It was about 33 this morning. We're gonna be around 70 degrees by tomorrow afternoon. The guys are uncovering here, and let's take a look at what these berries look like after being below freezing for about 3 days, but being covered. Good red fruit is a great sign. You can see these These plants are already loving the sun. We saved a ton of fruit. There you go. I think this shows if you're growing strawberries and you're questioning to cover or not to cover when a freeze is coming, the answer is cover. So just to give everybody an idea of what happens if you wouldn't have covered. So here's a spot where the cloth either blew over or maybe it had a hole or something. So here's a spot that was protected. Here's a spot where it blew over. You could see the major difference there. Ultimately though, these will come back. It'll be a whole lot longer. You can see this fruit has that frost damage on it. Real squishy. You can see the plants that were protected. Just the fruit is beautiful. Ready to go. We made it through, and it's time for a good strawberry season.